Welcome to Kempner Canucks. My name is RevTrev, and Happy New Year. Today we're diving into the January 2024 predictions of our Vancouver Canucks schedule. I hope that you had a great New Year's celebration, and we've got lots of hope as a Canucks fan about this season coming up, the rest of the season coming up. We've already gone through 36 games. We're pretty close to halfway through the season already, and this has been a wild journey, right? So, if I can just brag for a second, what is more like a fluke brag is, as you know, I've been doing these videos every month, and I've almost been nailing it. Like, if you look at the October predictions, they were actually one game better than I had predicted. I predicted 3 losses; they only had 2. And so I was right there. November, I was a little bit more optimistic. Again, one loss away. Well, no, there's a couple losses away. Anyways, but December, literally one game. If one of those overtime losses was a win, I would have nailed that perfectly. So let's dive into this. This is crazy. But before I do, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe button, I just want to remind you that I do Canucks content that is passionate, that is realistic, and that is honest. And so it's my takes, and I love interacting with you. So put in your comments what you think the record will be for January. There's a lot of good games coming up, and it's going to be wild. So let's dive into January 2024. So tonight, Tuesday night, we play the Ottawa Senators. Listen, everyone keeps comparing us to the Senators, how comparable, like how similar we are, yada, yada, yada. That's just a lie. That's just a lie. They're not as good as us. I'm just saying. So in the last 10 games, they've won only 3 games, I believe. And so it's going to be an interesting battle. They're 23rd on the power play. They're 32nd on the PK. That is the worst in the NHL. And the last time we beat them 5-2. I cannot see us. I mean, any team can beat any team on given night, but at home after the break, I think that we are going to win this game. And so we got a dub there, okay? Then we go on a 7-game road trip. That's right, you heard me right. 7 games on the road. And we start in St. Louis. They're 5-5 in their last 10. We beat them 5-0 last time. They are 31st on the power play. January 24th is the last time this is going to be the last game of the series coming up. So we played them 3 times. And again, I don't know what about their roster that is better. I mean, we would have to play down to their level to lose this game, but I think we're going to win. So we're going to start the year with 2 wins. Then we go into New Jersey, and they are 5-4-1 in the last 10. We lost to them last time 6-5, and if you were at that game, it was an awesome night in the stadium. But I think we're going to get revenge in their barn on Saturday night. And so we're going to go on a 3-game winning streak. It's going to be glorious and marvelous and wonderful. And you're going to be so like, oh, I'm so glad I'm a Canucks fan. Now, I know they're good. I know that they've got talent. I know all about the Hughes brothers and all their players, right? But I have a feeling that we'll want revenge there, and we're going to beat them on Saturday night. And then we play the New York Rangers. Could this be a Stanley Cup preview? I'm not convinced yet that this team's going to make the finals. Us, that is. But if we do, it could be the Rangers, right? But they are 7-3 in their last 10. They're first on the power play, 5th on the penalty kill. Panarin is absolutely on fire right now, and this team is clicking. We lost to them 4-3 last time in overtime. Remember that non-tripping call that Pettersson got leveled on the one end? They came down and scored. I mean, we were right there. I have a feeling, though, we're going to lose this game. I don't know if it's going to be I don't know how close it's going to be. I'm going to say we're going to lose in regulation, unfortunately, to the Rangers. I believe that Demko will be in net for this. And then the next day we play the New York Islanders with on a back-to-back. Okay, so there's no travel really because both teams are in New York. There's little travel, I should say. They are 5-3-2 in their last 10. They beat us, we won 4-3 last time we played them. The crowd in Vancouver was buzzing on that game. I was supposed to be at that game, didn't end up going, chose last minute not to go. Well, I got asked last minute, but I didn't end up going to that game. And then that was Bo Horvat's return. We won. Man, the city was buzzing. The crowd was amazing, right? What a game to go to. But these teams somehow match up well together. And I just have a feeling that they're going to have our number that night. They're going to beat us. So we're going to go to back-to-back games, back-to-back losses. I know some of you are like, what? Are you kidding me? Right. Okay. Then a couple days later, we play the Pittsburgh Penguins, who are on a tear, 7-2-1 in their last 10. They're only 26 on the power play, but they're 9th on the PK. And we win games when we can score on the power play. I know a lot of games we're not scoring at all and still winning. But you know what's weird about this matchup is that there's Jerry and Demko have similar goals against, very similar. Like you could flip them, or you could put the name and you could see like they're the same player. Very similar goals against average and very similar save percent. The only thing is that Demko has 6 more wins. So this is the second game in the series, or this is the first game in two game series, January 11th and February 27th. And I'm going to predict that we're going to do an overtime loss. So yes, we're going to lose 3 games in a row. I know you're going to be like, Trev, okay, don't worry. Stick with me here, okay? So, because, Crosby, I mean, if you look at their stats, right? You look at their stats. Getzel is over a point a game. He's got 40 points in 35 games. Crosby's 36 points in 35 games. Malcolm, 31 points in 35 games. Carlson is the big disappointment here. He's in 35 games, he only has 23 points. That's the next highest guy. Same with Letang. So they have 3 guys who can score, but I just have a feeling that night they're going to put it together. They're going to find a way to win at home, and they're going to think they're amazing. Okay, but they've turned things around. So let's give them some credit. They have some stars and superstars, right? But then we're gonna win at Buffalo. Buffalo's been struggling. 4 wins, 5 losses, 1 overtime loss. But I think this is going to be an easy dub. Now, granted, I love watching Tage Thompson, and a lot of people are comparing him to a young Mario Lemieux. I mean, that's a bold take. I don't see that. I just think that he's big and he's skilled, so they're going to put that comparison in. But it's going to be fun to watch them. But their goaltending is not great, and they have very little firepower, so Vancouver wins that game. And then we go into Columbus on the last game of the road trip, and I believe that this team is weak, guys. And they have young players. Like Fantelli is the starting center for the Columbus Blue Jackets, which is great for their future. They also have someone else. Is it Kent Johnson? Who is it that's on one of those lines there? Let me just see, what team are we looking for? Columbus here. I apologize for tying this up. Kent Johnson is on the 3rd line. Johnny Gaudreau isn't having a good year. So I can't see us losing this game. I mean, we can, but their goaltending is not good. Be interesting if they're going to start Martin in goal, or if they're going to go with their starter there. I don't know. Do you think they'll start Spencer Martin that game? I doubt it. They know we'll shellac him if they do. If they start Spencer, we're winning that game for sure. And then we go on a 5-game homestand, and we face Arizona, okay? Now, Arizona is 6-4. They have shocked the NHL. I thought they were going to be bottom feeders. They are looking really fantastic. They are so solid. And Ingram, the goalie, is on fire right now. absolutely on fire, like coming out of nowhere. If you're in fantasy hockey and you haven't picked him up and he's available, you need to go get him. Like, that's how good he is. But Clayton Keller is on fire right now. And Cooley is having a good year. Kerfoot's having a good year. Maselli, or Maxelli, I don't know how you say that name. He's playing really well. They are surprising everyone. Stroy Stetcher comes back into town, and I have a feeling that we're gonna have an overtime loss in front of our home crowd. You know, guys, the Coyotes are 10th on the power play, 18th on the penalty kill, 11th in goals against. Like, they have played good. So I'm predicting an overtime loss there. And then on Saturday Night Hockey, I think it's Saturday Night Hockey, I'm pretty sure it is. Yes, actually it is. We're playing the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, here's the thing about the Toronto Maple Leafs. Traditionally, we struggle against the Maple Leafs at home. I've been to those games live. In fact, I think in my videos, if you scroll down to the very bottom of my videos, I might have one of those videos of the game there. I'm not sure if I put that one up or not. I did live footage from there, but they normally beat us. They find ways, but their goaltending is so bad. It's so horrific. Like, they've sent Samsonov down to the minors to put him on waivers, right? So normally I would pick the Leafs to win because they traditionally do, but I just think that Canucks are way better this year, and we're going to win this game. And Canucks fans, you're going to be frustrated that we've lost these other teams, and you're going to be frustrated we lost the Coyotes, but everything will change. You're going to be like, we just beat Toronto Maple Leafs. For some reason, Canucks fans hate Toronto, so this is going to be a massive victory. People are going to be buzzing about this. And then the big game of the year, the other big game of the year that is so expensive is against Chicago, right? So Bedard's coming home. Chicago played us a lot harder last time than I was anticipating, but if we're honest, they have one great player, and that's Connor Bedard. They only have 24 points this season. The ticket prices are honestly insane. Like, if you want to sit in the lower bowl, I think it's $350, $400, $450 minimum to get in the lower bowl. Like, this is nuts, okay? For a team that has 24 points. Are you kidding me? It's all because of Bedard. And I wish I was going to this game as well, but not. So I think we're going to beat them again. We're just a better team. Mrazek won't be able to handle the firepower, and we're going to beat them. And then we're going to play St. Louis. Again, St. Louis, we just talked about them. They're just a 500 club. So do we split the games? Nah, we're beating them again. And then we played Columbus again last game of January. And I think that's another easy win. We're gonna get two. So we're gonna go on a 4-game winning streak to end the month. So if I can do that correctly, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games we're gonna win. We're gonna lose 2. We're gonna lose 2, and we're gonna have 2 overtime losses. So 9, 2, and 2. Is my prediction for January. Again, post in the comments what you think. Also, if you haven't hit that like and subscribe, please do, because I'm doing tons of Canucks content in 2024. And of course, always go Canucks. Go!